Hey team, Wrenchy Grossbeck here, back live again. I'm going to give a couple of moments. It's Mat Chat time, right? As we get going with our Mat Chat, I'd like to remind everybody that if you do happen to enjoy these videos and you want to share them with some friends or invite some of your friends to be able to come in and watch the live feeds, these are free to the community at this moment, which is great for some of the other people in the community. I'm sure there's many children who are quote unquote bored and would love to release a little bit of energy. And if this helps them to do that, then so be it, right? Our Mat Chat on the B days this week is going to continue to stay focused on defense against bullies. And we've talked about defense against bullies kind of like having walls around a castle. And we had 4 main walls that we want to develop around our castle. One of those walls is going to end up being having a tough skin. The next wall is being able to use our words, being able to ask for help, and then also being prepared to defend ourselves is the 4th wall. So we started off with having a tough skin. I shared a saying that I had when I was a child, or many of people in my generation heard, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me unless I let them. Right? Things that people say about us or the looks that people give to us shouldn't bother us at all, although sometimes we let them. We have to make sure we develop that tough skin, right? Secondly, is we use our words, and we talked about communicating with confidence means that we look people in the eye, we talk with a strong voice, and it's very important that we do this. Why should we do this with a parent, a teacher, a friend, a family member? Why should we look them in the eye and talk with a strong voice? Because it shows what? It shows respect. What about with a bully? Why do we need to look a bully in the eye? Because it is different. What does it show a bully? It shows confidence. We need to show that we are stronger inside than outside than they are. Not necessarily physically, but inside that we're strong. Now keep in mind there's different levels of intensity. Right? Last week we talked a little bit about somebody's being annoying. Now what as they move through those different stages though? Because it can go from somebody's being annoying and we ask them to please leave us alone and they don't. So we say, hey, I asked you to please leave me alone, and they still don't. They're pushing us. We need to be a little bit stronger now. So we're going to take this through 3 different levels. And we're not going to worry too much about what the actual action is, as much as we're just imagining somebody is giving us a hard time, they're bothering us in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to start off simply saying, will you please leave me alone? But we're going to do it as if it's a friend. So let's say that my friend, Mr. Kester, is bothering me. And I say, hey, will you please leave me alone? All right, so let me everybody hear you say, hey, will you please leave me alone? Good, and we want to say it nicely. Now they still don't leave us alone, so we're a little stronger. So then I say, I asked you, please leave me alone. So everybody, still in a somewhat nice voice, but a little emphasis on I asked you, meaning I've already told you once, right? So say, I asked you, please leave me alone. All right, so now they're still bothering us. So now we have to be even stronger. So the please comes out, and now we just directly tell them what we want. We want them to leave us alone. So I look them in the eye, and now with a stronger voice, I say, leave me alone. So let me hear everybody say, leave me alone. Right, so now let's go all the way back to the beginning. Let's go through this transition. Somebody's bothering us. We want to be nice to them. So we say, will you please leave me alone? Let me hear you say, will you please leave me alone? And now we have to be a little bit stronger. I asked you to please leave me alone. And now we need to be even stronger yet. Please leave me alone. Oh, actually, let's take that back. Take the please out. We're being very direct with them at this point. Leave me alone. Good, so let's do it again. Will you please leave me alone? I asked you to please leave me alone. Leave me alone. So notice each time I get just a little bit stronger. These are things that you want to be able to practice. And you want to use the right amount of pressure for the right purpose. Somebody's just starting to bother me. I'm not going to right away jump in their face and say, I said leave me alone, right? I'm going to be a little bit kinder, a little bit gentler. But eventually I do have to go there or they're not going to get the point, right? So hopefully this has been beneficial, and hopefully, again, you're sharing this with some of your friends who have friends who could have their children benefit from hearing some of these messages. Right? The Purple Blue Green Belt class is going to start in just a couple of moments, as long as it takes me to start a new feed. So stay close. Oos.